Good morning. Please vote for 69. Not correctly written. Now, today I am going to share with you about the important chapter which you have to understand, particularly the urban practitioners and high court practitioners when you are approached about orders are being passed to the executive magistrates. When contingency, emergency requires. And also the public prosecutor exam candidates also must understand. This is chapter 10 of Code of Criminal Procedure. Maintenance of public order and tranquility. It deals with the 4th chapter of public disorders. Number 1, unlawful assemblies. Section 129 to 132. Number 2, public nuisance, 133 to 143. Then urgent cases of nuisance or apprehending dangers. Finally, dispute as to immovable property. These all are the 4 important chapters wherein executive magistrates or executive magistrate means collector, revenue authority, RDO, DRO and Tahsildar are considered to be executive magistrates. And there will be a district magistrate, subdivisional magistrate and Tahsildars. So what we first subject was dispersal of unlawful assembly. Suddenly people gathers and agitate, comprising 5 or more persons, and the police officer may issue command to disperse. If they are not dispersing, then the police officer may use force. That is force. Then question arises if the district magistrate can also ask armed forces. So the 141 IPC define unlawful assembly. Unauthorized firing as approved by the courts. When the police fired without lawful orders from the authorities on the members of the unlawful assembly and caused death of the elder state government was vicariously liable. One more thing, if highest rank officer only can issue direction to disperse if command is disobeyed. And when in the incident of High Court where advocates were brutally assaulted by the police authorities, the question of minimum forces and these unlawful assembly provisions were deeply argued and discussed. Our Diwan, A.K. Diwan also argued. And that judgment now pending before the Supreme Court. If you go through the judgment, you can very well understand the provisions of unlawful assembly, command and disbursement. Then question arises, removal of public nuisance. All political activities are public nuisance. You know about that. Unlawful obstruction or nuisance to any public place, any way, river or channel lawfully used by public. They will get a permission for platform meeting, but they occupy the entire road. Then question of any trade or occupation or keeping any goods or merchandise injurious to health or physical comfort of the community. Injurious to health means that product itself directly give you harm or spread any disease. And this next question arises, physical comfort means smell and somewhat on looking the goods itself or mutton and the chickens which are hanged, when looking at itself, some people may get somewhat disadvantaged feelings. Nowadays it is not. In cities it is nothing. Then construction of any building or disposal of any substance as is likely to occasion conflagration or explosion. Then the building, tent or structure or a tree is likely to fall and cause injury to persons. An unfenced tank, well, excavation near public way or place. That multi number of times all over India, children are falling inside the pit digged for the well, tube well. Dangerous animal requiring destruction, confinement or disposal. That is what we are facing nowadays all over the India about the stray dogs. There will be a conditional order. If they are not obeying, then there will be so many things are there. You have to go through that. Then question arises. Urgent cases of nuisance and apprehending danger. Senior magistrate, district or subdivisional magistrate, empowered state to issue orders to absolute at once urgent cases of apprehending danger or nuisance. The nuisance referred to is public nuisance and the danger apprehended disperses to the public tranquility, riot or affray. Direction can be given 3 cases specified in section 144(1). Prevent obstruction, annoyance or injury to any person lawfully employed, danger to human life, health or safety, disturbance of public tranquility or riot and affray. This is also you can very well understand. Then finally comes to 144. That is relating to property. 144A says nobody can go procession with mass drill or mass training with arms. This is particularly for purpose of RSS and in Tamil Nadu DMK's forces. They have created some forces. Then finally, 4th subject was dispute as to immovable property. If the dispute of the immovable property should be worked out before the court, but the elements are trying to disturb the possession and create law and order problem, trespass into, and so many things when it is being reported before the Tahsildar or executive magistrate, he can very well pass status quo order. That is most important. If the civil suit is filed, still the Tahsildar can invoke 145, but the declaration was decided, then the possession was decided by the Tahsildar, injunction was granted, then the magistrate, the executive magistrate can refrain from invoking 145 CRP. All these things can go and act. Now the question arises, you can very well, if any orders are being passed under section 129 to 148, dealing with chapter 10, maintenance of public order and tranquility, you can very well challenge that. And so far disbursal of unlawful assemblies are concerned, you can either very well approach Human Rights Commission if any violation was there, or seek for departmental action, or you can file criminal prosecution against the persons who have indulged in these sort of activities. I hope you understand this chapter, because it is your duty to go through the provisions. So I am only chapterizing these 4 time to time order being passed by the executive magistrate, subdivisional magistrate, district executive magistrate, and the Tahsildar, DRO, RDO, district revenue officer, RDO, revenue district officer. All these things are there. In mofusals there will be BDO, block development officers. All are there, and sometimes you would have seen that trainings are being given by the land magistrates to Tahsildar to work out these sort of remedies. Best wishes.